Remember, you guys, let me check the volume. I got sound, I got video. You guys remember old episodes of Star Trek? Captain Kirk. Spock had the Vulcan pinch, and then Captain Kirk had that karate chop. So he'd be fighting someone, and he'd just chop him right there, be out cold, right? Just that. Oof. Do you remember that, Captain Kirk? I think I mentioned once that I in a studio in Los Angeles, I almost bumped into William Shatner. I think he was doing a voice recording or something, and for I think Priceline or something like that at the time. I don't know what he was. He was there. I almost bumped into him, and so we exchanged a few minor words. But I thought, man, he could give me a karate chop right in the neck. He's not a big guy. He's about my height. I'm just under 5. I'm 5'9", 5'8", 5'9". Not a big guy, right? And that was, oh my gosh, that was it was about 17 years ago. 17 years ago. So he was in his early or 80s, late 70s. Still looks the same. But I thought, I don't want a Captain Kirk karate chop. If I bumped into him, he'd go, boom, right there. I'm out. Comments. Let me get the comments showing. Zara, hey. Hi, girl. Hey, Zara. What you doing? What you doing at home? Chop. That's the chop. So today, I'm glad you're with us because what a show. I mean, if this was, I'm telling you right now, next year, not this year Oscars, or actually Primetime Emmys. This episode is going to get nominated for Primetime Emmys. I'm telling you. My mom is here cooking me dinner. Well, tell your mom this episode will become a Primetime Emmy candidate show. Get the words out. There's so much show in this thing. It's going to be like the January 8th, 2026 show of Dimension Zero. The award goes to Danny Alex. I'd like to thank everyone in the chat. I'd like to thank everyone watching who stood by me for all these years. What's my lefty cause? I need a lefty cause. Or something dealing with, climate change is old news. I need a good lefty cause. A good far left-wing Democrat Hollywood something that I don't. I am so, oh my God. Look, man, I've seen Hollywood. We're talking a lot of Hollywood today. We're talking a lot of Star Trek. A little science, a little Star Trek. Science, Star Trek, or Star Trek, Star Wars. Star Wars is science. It's science fiction, but it is directly linked. It is. My mom is here cooking me dinner. Go, send me some. I'm trying to stay underground. Where's that? Where we go? You like my energy? Well, that's very kind. I kind of think Sinister's in the house. I honestly don't like either. No, we're talking Star Trek and Star Wars. You don't like either? I honestly don't like either. Star Wars or Star Trek never interested me. Okay, well, I mean that's understandable. I mean it doesn't. We're actually talking about the Kathleen Kennedy. Hollywood, you fail upwards, right? That's Hollywood. You get to fail and then fail and then fail, and then you're given like a mega position. If you fail enough times and you lose a studio enough money, you will get President, vice president, maybe even CEO. Thank you. Danny Alex, we're considering you for the position of vice president in charge of, thank you. In charge of all operations. How much money have you lost the company? I think I probably almost at $1 billion with all of my movie failures. Almost at $1 billion, maybe $2 billion. We might have to consider you for CEO. I mean, that's the way that works. Hollywood, you fail up. You fail up, you don't fail down. You start writing good screenplays, you start doing good shows. People are actually watching them. That ain't gonna help your career. You gotta get like big mistakes. Big boom, big mistakes. That's what's gonna get you moving. Zara, they just seems boring. Well, look, I'll say the last 10 years of Star Trek and Star Wars is bad. No, so you're arguably 15 years. So you're not wrong. I mean, what Star Wars shows have any of you guys liked in the last 15 years? Since the age of Disney. Andor is kind of okay. Kind of everything. Ahsoka season 2, and so let's put Dan Filoni in charge. I don't know. Like, I don't get. That's fine. Whatever. It's their property. They're the ones. So you're not. Nobody ever talks about Bobby Kennedy. Oh, Bobby Kennedy. Well, I mean, we could. Let me research the subject. See if there's some. That's kind of where'd that come from, Bobby Kennedy? What the hell? All right. I hear you. Oh, I missed Sinister before. A while ago, I learned that Kennedy worked on Jurassic Park as a producer. I heard she didn't contribute much other than produce it. Look, her name is attached to stuff because she worked with Spielberg. She was Spielberg's right-hand person. And I don't think she had producer credits. I think they moved all those up. I think they bumped all of those up on IMDb because she was basically an assistant to Steven Spielberg or something like that, and to Lucas. They moved all of those up. She was not the producer on all that stuff. I was looking through it today. It's like no. I mean, yeah. I don't. I think her contributions. I mean, she's made so many bad decisions. If you're, oh my God, I absolutely love the prequel era Star Wars so much. I was born after it and ended, but I still watch Clone Wars, and someday I'll get to playing Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. Yeah, both of which I only know a little bit about Clone Wars. I'm not a huge Star Wars guy, and look, I'll be honest, for about 12 years when I lived in Kelowna in the Okanagan, I was wakeboarding. I was wakeboarding 5 months of the year, and I was snowboarding 5.5 months of the year. Like literally, if the water was calm, I had my boat out there, the X-Star, and we were wakeboarding all afternoon. And then if any amount of snow fell, we were at Big White, and I wasn't watching much TV for about 12, 13 years. I was all about the wakeboard and the snowboard, and oh my God. Sounds like a big job, but you could do it. I could do it. I mean, I've run my own companies. And look, these people deport to Israel. Cold. Oh man, I'm going. I'm not even Jewish, and I'm going to Israel. Do they allow non-Jews in there? Hi. Agnostic, European-born, Caucasian dude. Do you allow us in? I've been deported to Israel. What do I? Oh, I go to Gaza? Oh, is that where I do? Isn't that where everyone's dying? Gaza? Is there any food there? No? Toilets? TP? Nothing? There's nothing there? That's where I gotta go? I'm going to Gaza. I'm going to Israel, baby. Cold 338 is deporting me. Oh, that's funny. Remember when the zombies killed everyone in Israel because they were angry the Israelis and Palestinians were getting along in World War Z? Yeah, that was World War Z. That was the big wall, right? They used the wall. Brad Pitt. Yeah, that was actually that was a pretty good movie. I thought World War Z wasn't bad. I thought there was some great tension, like especially at the end, right when he goes. I mean, with the plane goes down. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty. It's pretty lucky to survive a plane crash. But then when you get to the UN center, that whole tension, that whole last scene was really well done. Like that was some really good tension. Like the zombies were, like they were like twitchy, like nervous system problems. Really good, really well done. Remember when the zombies killed? Oh yeah, I guess I just read that, didn't I? What happened here? It must force prisoners to watch the acolyte. Oh yeah, that's torture. Yeah, that's torture. Yeah, sit down. What do I do? What do we do here? I sit down. You have a TV in front of me. Yeah, you're gonna watch the full season of the acolyte. Twice. Twice. Oh, that's mean. That's mean. I'd rather be waterboarded, right? Can I be waterboarded? Is there like a? I don't want to watch the acolyte, twice. I don't even watch Ahsoka. You watch Ahsoka, what do you get? You get a lot of this. That's Ahsoka. Ahsoka. Yeah. But we're also doing. Wait a second. There's actually. Oh, you know what? There's actually quite a few really interesting movies coming out. Have you guys seen the trailer for Greenland 2? Greenland 2 is coming out with Gerard Butler. $90 million budget. I mean, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I don't know if it's the RIP or the RIP. Damon and Affleck. Netflix movie. I don't know. Have you guys seen the Odyssey? I mean, I have seen. I am a huge lover of antiquity, of ancient Greece. That whole time period is I just love it. And I don't like the costumes. I don't. We'll see it during the movie because you see stills and pictures, you don't get the full perspective. But right now, as it stands, I'm not really liking what I'm seeing. You kind of got to give Nolan a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, but really? Primate? Yeah, Primate. I think I had that. Yeah, Primate and because let me put that up there so I'm not. The two movies I'm interested in is Primate because it looks like generic horror movie schlock, and Tom Cruise's Digger. Yeah, there's also. Have you seen Death of Robin Hood with Hugh Jackman? It looks pretty edgy. It looks pretty edgy. Death of Robin Hood with Hugh Jackman. I mean, he's got the. You know what? If there's any. We've got to do. We're doing Chuck Norris today as well, guys. Chuck Norris, right? We're doing the full. I called Chuck. I said, Chuck, it's Danny Alex. He says, who? I go, Danny Alex. Who? Never mind. I'm doing the 12 things that means today. Doing the 12. He says, all right, go ahead. I said, what? He goes, all right, go ahead. Thanks, bye. So he was okay with it. I'm doing it. And there's one bonus one. I'm doing one bonus one today. The 12. How tough is Chuck Norris? There's an entire slideshow with images. And then one bonus one. Why did I do that? Because that makes it 13. 13 is scared of Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is 13's bad luck. 13, Chuck Norris is 13's bad luck. That's why we're doing an extra one today. We're doing 13. a bonus one. That's coming up soon. And then you know what? Let's do, I'm going to have to see. We'll see if they don't I like Jackie. You like Jackie Chan? Yeah. Jackie Chan does all of his own stunts. Jackie Chan is pretty good for sure. Can't wait to report in 20 years when Michael Bay's Skibbity Toilet for Age of Exhaustion. What? I think I need a drink. Anytime there's the word toilet in a comment, I'm drinking it. I'm having a mouthful of wine. Anytime there's a. Only about 2/3 of a glass again today. Not much. Just a little. Why is all this up here? Oh, okay. I see. Oh, never mind. Okay, that's not what I want. Okay. Holy cow! What's going on here? Did I lose all my? Sorry, but give me one sec here. What? Say what? Oh, I see what I did. Oh my god, it is just silly, totally silly. So we where are we here? We'll do this. We'll do this, and then we will. We want what did I say we're doing? Oh yeah, the Death of Robin Hood. This is, have you guys heard of it? Robin is in the Hood. Death of Robin Hood. A24. It's actually an A24 movie. Which one do I pick here? Okay, this one will work. So this is the trailer for Death of Robin Hood. Do I need to? Yeah, I do. Got to stop that. And we got to, oh man, this is always so complicated. There we go. I guess it's not that complicated. And then we have to go there. And then we have to share. There we go. Okay, this is the, oh shoot. Hold on a sec. Didn't have the noise on. Okay.
Would you like to know a secret? People speak of Robin Hood, tell his stories. They're all lies.
And this is Hugh Jackman, and this is not a goody two shoes Robin Hood. This is like Logan. This is like Logan Robin Hood. I think it could be pretty good. It's either going to be really good or just it totally misses the mark. I don't know which one it is.
He was not a hero. You were a murderous brigand. We were monsters. I am the outlaw. Robin Hood.
The one thing about the trailer, you don't really get a huge sense of what it's really about. It's kind of ambiguous, so it's not the best trailer if you ask me. Basically, what sells it? Hugh Jackman in a big beard. He's probably coming off of Deadpool Wolverine, so he's probably in kick-ass shape. And it looked like there's some really edgy fights in this thing. From the director of The Pig and A Quiet Place.
Groweth sad and bloweth mad and springeth the word anew.
I owe you an apology. You begged for me to let you die. What's your name?
I think Hugh Jackman is kind of in that place where he wants to do this really edgy stuff, like this old, kind of like Logan kind of style stuff. He's well suited for it, and it strikes me that this is kind of going to be that hero that's kind of a tragic hero movie. It certainly has that setup, right?
Can you make for me?
Want me to make you a bowl? All right. What happened to her?
Terrible things. I help those who come to this island. And people.
There's some interesting. I gotta stop every once in a while, just because if I get copyrighted, I gotta cut it out of the which isn't a big deal. I've got to cut it out of the live stream, post. But usually they always want you to stop and make comments throughout it, so you are transforming the. But what you see, it actually has that really nice gritty feel, and normally, when someone tries to do a gritty movie, you see it in 2/3 of the shots, and the rest of them miss. Right? They absolutely miss the mark on having that gritty feel. This one, they achieve it throughout it, which makes me think they nailed it on sort of the tone and world building.
Change their course.
I've killed so many I could not give you a count. It's a curse. There are bad people out there. I fear our bloodthirst will follow her.
Really gritty. It's either gonna do really good or it's gonna just I assume it's going into A24 is they do theater releases, right? So I mean I may go see it in the theater.
I'll keep you safe. I will keep you safe.
The Death of Robin Hood. Oh, Jodie Comer's in it. I didn't even Bill Skarsgård. I didn't even know that. That's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty good. That is pretty good casting. Jodie Comer is freaking awesome, right? She is totally awesome. So we'll see where that goes. We'll see. That was the one. There's Greenland 2 with Gerard Butler, and I think there was, what was the other one that someone said? Hey doggy, doggy's in. Where did I stop? No one. I'm going back to this one. I freaking Cold wants to deport me to Israel. They won't even let me turn Jewish if I wanted to. I'd have to read like the Old Testament like 6 times and do some crazy. Oh, yeah, Sinister, right, yeah. Primate, yeah, and then Tom Cruise's Digger. I like Jackie Chan. Sinister, can't wait to report in 20... Oh, yeah. We went through that. Why do you drink from paper cups? Because I am a sophisticated drinker. Doggy, I'm sophisticated. I don't know why. I mean, just that's... Oh, what do you want me to drink? I'm gonna drink tonight too. What are you having for a beverage? I mean, this is really what I would like to think. This is what Dimension Zero, just chill, right? I mean, I would like to be a source of relaxation for people. I'd like to think so. I like to feel relaxed. I guess the 2 or 3 hours, sometimes depends on the show. Sometimes 4 hours, you're getting ready, got to get ready for the show. Cause I do the thumbnails, you do the whole thing, right? The content, you got to get the content, you got to put in the show file, make sure you got everything together. I mean, if you're not organized, the show turns into a piece of dog crap. You know what I'm saying? Piece of dog crap. I know, they've probably had a few of those shows. I know. Come on. Where are we here? Again, I'm gonna get that. No matter how good it is, it'll never be Hooded Robin from Super Mario Brothers. Super Show good. Well, yeah. That's good. Didn't Hugh Jackman play Van Helsing, or am I wrong? He did play Van Helsing, and I liked it. Kate Beckinsale was in Van Helsing. I liked the movie. I didn't like the Dracula guy. I thought the Dracula guy was the weakest thing in there. I didn't like Dracula. Everything else was good, I thought. Great concept. You know, it wasn't really scary, but it was, you know, yeah, I liked it. Hey doggy, I'm drinking from plastic. Good. So I'm drinking from paper. So we're good. Vodka cranberry. I know people that do drink that beverage. We do not endorse drinking to a significant extent. But if you so choose to have a glass of red wine, if you so choose to have a vodka cranberry, if you so choose to have your mother over to cook you dinner, I will applaud. Off topic. Before you carry on with the Kennedy stuff, which one of the movies behind you is your favorite? Oh, really? I've never thought of that. So, oh, little crooked. So, my favorite. Dude, I mean, they're all good. I mean, seriously. You got The Matrix. You got Blade Runner. Star Wars. The Crow. Down there, you got the second Batman, The Dark Knight Rises. Like, that's the only good one. And the only reason it's good was because of Heath Ledger. Like, honestly, I think the trilogy is so overrated, it's disgusting. It is literally Nolan's worst piece of work. The third one was vile. It's just my opinion. It was a terrible... You trap policemen underground. The entire police force goes underground for 2 or 3 months. 2 or 3 months, and they come back up, and they're all clean shaven. How do you keep people underground for 2 or 3 months? What a stupid street. Sorry, that's just me. But then you got RoboCop is just utterly classic. Snatch is it's my favorite movie from Brad Pitt. Tropic Thunder is that's my favorite comedy. Kate Beckinsale, you never say no to Kate Beckinsale. You just don't. And then 300 at the bottom here. So I don't know. I couldn't pick a favorite. It would be like I could have a favorite on a given day. I don't think I could pick a favorite because they're all my favorites for different reasons. It would have to be what reason. I think everyone's probably the same though, right? If you were going to watch a movie late at night, falling asleep, is different than if you're going to watch a movie 2 p.m. and it's Sunday, which will probably put you to sleep anyway because it's a Sunday afternoon. So I don't know. I couldn't pick a favorite. I couldn't. I'm so mad they shafted Scarecrow so hard in Batman Begins. They did. He could have. I mean, Batman Begins was okay, right? It was okay. He could have been the best villain. I'm happy he showed up in the other two. He was. He was played by what's his name? Oppenheimer, who a great actor, right? So, but you know what we got to do? If everyone is sitting down, are we ready for Chuck Norris? We're ready for Chuck Norris. So Cillian Murphy, Cillian or Cillian Murphy? Yes, that's him. Cillian cannot Cillian Chuck Norris. Nobody can Cillian Chuck Norris. Nobody. I'm ready for Chucks. We're ready for the Chucks. Nobody. So the visuals on this are fantastic. How tough is Chuck Norris? You want to know how tough Chuck is? I'll let you know. I got a new way of doing this. I don't know if it's the best way, but my friends, join me. Join me on this. Pow, pow, pow. Chuck Norris v. Rocky. Over. It will be over before the first round started. Rocky would like fall down. You know, it wouldn't even. So here we are. This is usually on Wednesday nights. We have to do it on Thursday because of, but next Wednesday, it goes back to Wednesday next week. How tough is Chuck Norris? Prepare to, this is the opening paragraph, right? The whole thing. So, prepare to enter a realm where the laws of physics are merely suggestions and danger looks both ways before crossing. Chuck Norris. Since exploding into the internet culture, these legendary facts have redefined what it means to be a tough guy, have redefined what it means to be proving that the world's most dangerous weapon isn't a missile, it's a roundhouse kick, specifically from Chuck Norris. Here are 12 classic memes that prove why Chuck Norris doesn't sleep, he waits. Disco, you don't even say who is Chuck Norris. You can't even say that. You put your life in danger, Disco. Dude, are you crazy? Number 1, Chuck Norris enemies extinct. If you want a list of Chuck Norris enemies, just check out the extinct species list. Number 2, Chuck Norris doesn't need to wear a watch. He simply decides what time it is. You're like, Chuck, Mr. Norris, do you know what time it is? Call it 4 o'clock. I don't know. It could be 8 in the morning. He says 4 o'clock. That's what it is. That's the way that works. Number 2, I didn't actually number these, so I'm going to get somehow. Chuck Norris is so fast. He can run around the world and punch himself in the back of the head. Disco Joe 8, you are treading on dangerous ground, my friend. You can't say that to Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris and April Fool's, guys. Chuck Norris's calendar goes straight to March 31st to April 2nd. Why? No one fools Chuck Norris. Enough said. Danger is his middle name. Austin Powers v. Chuck Norris. Now you've got to fight. Austin Powers may be able to stand up to Chuck Norris. Maybe. Oh, it's blasphemy. Blasphemy. I know. Chuck Norris, guys, get this. This is actually true. Chuck Norris once climbed Mount Everest in 15 minutes. 14 of which he spent building a snowman at the bottom. He spent a minute climbing Mount Everest. He came back down. He spent 14 minutes building a snowman. Chuck Norris and infinity. It's well known in the physics community that Chuck Norris has counted to infinity. Twice. The next one. This is good. Chuck Norris once parked his car in a no parking zone to buy some groceries. When he returned to his car, a cop was waiting for him. Is that your car? The cop asked. Yes. Is there a problem? Chuck replied. The cop pointed to the big no parking sign and said, sorry, sir. It looks like we put that sign in the wrong place. Look at the cop. Look at the cop. He's like, holy shit. Holy shit. Chuck is going to kick my ass. I got to think of something fast. Did we put that sign there? Did we put that? We'll move it. We'll move it. All right. Chuck Norris, I don't know if you guys heard about this. It's true. This is true. Chuck Norris once heard that nothing can kill him. So he tracked down nothing and killed it. That's a good one. Chuck Norris once heard that nothing can kill him, so he tracked it down and killed it. You should sleep better at night now. You should. Whoops. Yeah. Chuck Norris, it is well known in U.S. Special Forces that Chuck Norris once threw a grenade and killed 20 men. And then it exploded. Oh, jeez. He threw the grenade. He killed. Now, we normally do 12. We normally do 12 Chuck Norris. How tough is Chuck Norris? We're doing 13 today. Doing 13. Just to prove that 13 is actually scared of Chuck Norris. We have a bonus Chuck Norris one. I think we're at number 8 or 9, though. We got a few more here. It is very well known fact that it takes Chuck Norris 20 minutes to watch 60 minutes. It's true. Only Chuck Norris. Only Chuck. Only. Chuck Norris captured Maduro. You know what? I was wondering how they did it. Now it makes sense. Now it seriously makes sense that Chuck, it was motherfucking Chuck. Oh, man. Like, these images are pretty good, right? On these slides. Come on, man. When I was putting these things together, I was like, come on. You don't get this kind of entertainment on those big shit channels, like, where you have like 1,000 people watching. You don't get this kind of stuff on that kind of bullshit channel. You get it on like Dimension Zero. This is where we do real news. We do real science. We do real entertainment. We do the stuff that matters. Like this. It's a true fact. Please. This is non-negotiable. It's just fact. That some kids wear Superman pajamas. We know that, right? Like, kids like wearing it. But it's also true that Superman wears Chuck Norris pajamas. If I had to decide, thank you. I know that's for Chuck, so I'll pass that on to Chuck. I'll call him. He's still waiting for me at the bike racks from yesterday. Most channels are people trying to be as brain dead as possible. It's kind of true. Like, one big thing about going live as a show. Now you have to have a kind of a. I mean, there's like, I'm not saying I have the best content in the world. Like, I'm not. There's always room for improvement. But you watch other shows. I think there's only like one or two. Like, the rest of them are like, people watch this. Hey, different strokes for different folks, and that's cool. And I'm not saying that mine's not better than anyone else's or anything like that. But I know, I'm down. I need a shtick. Some people say I look like Chuck Norris. That's a shtick, isn't it? Chuck Norris once took a lie detector test. This is a true story, guys. Listen up. Sit down. Before the test began, the machine confessed to everything. Everything. The lie detector test machine. You can see, where is it? right? You can see the lie detector. Look at the little face on the lie detector. Chuck Norris has got the face, and the lie detector's going, holy shit. Holy. Yeah. I read that, Sinister. Yeah. And I think we got one or two more here. Yeah, lucky bonus number 13, motherfucker. Get this. Chuck Norris invented skydiving, and the very next day, he invented the parachute. So everyone else could try it as well. Nope. We need more applause to finish that off. How come it's not going? Oh, there we go. There we go. Bonus number 13. There's your lucky 13. Chuck Norris invented skydiving, and the next day, he was kind enough to invent the parachute so the rest of us could try. Look, he's fallen down. I just think the visuals are freaking awesome, right? Chuck's just fallen. You see, he's just got his arm crossed. That's cool. I really loved all the visuals, right? I mean, look at that. Chuck Norris, he's giving a sidekick to a missile. Danger. Got the extinct dinosaurs. Chuck Norris in time. Chuck Norris in speed. He's going around the Earth. It's light speed. Light speed, I guess. Oh, I'm a drunken monkey. Look at April 2nd. Look at that look on his face. Fucking awesome. Yeah, do I really look like Chuck Norris? I gotta take the glasses off, but maybe I do a little bit. Shit, maybe I do. Should I change my last name to Norris? Danny Norris? Are you related to Chuck? Excuse me? You have to ask? There could be Danny Norris memes. That's it. I'm changing my name to Norris. Any relation? Yeah, no. We're family. I mean, I love this one, right? The Chuck Norris, he's look at Chuck building a snowman. He put a beard on the snowman. Look at that. I don't know if you guys noticed the imagery, but the imagery, when I was putting this together this afternoon, I mean, it's just so good. So good. The infinity counted to infinity twice. The cop, Chuck is just kicking back on his, what was that? The Charger? That's a Charger, right? Chuck, don't fuck with Chuck. You want to fuck with Chuck? Don't. Sidekicking. He's sidekicking nothing. Because he knew nothing could kill him, so he's killing nothing. Here's the grenade. There's time again. Superman. See, is Superman wearing? You want to see that closer? I know what you're saying. Oh, no, not me. There you go. No. How do I get that? Don't even. There we go. I guess that. See, there you go. See, little faces of Chuck Norris on Superman. He's got a teddy bear. He's got a teddy bear with little Chuck Norris. He's got a Chuck Norris poster on in his bedroom. Guys, this is so good. Confess or else. I mean, just the imagery. You got the image. There we go. Falling down. So that is, my friends, that is... Koshilawa. Sometimes the wine goes too fast. Sometimes the wine does go too fast. Disco Joe 8 is in the house. I need a shtick. What do I need? Doggy, what do I need? A shtick. I thought I had a shtick. Don't I have a shtick? I don't have a shtick. Not you, just in general. Like what? Give me throw him down. You got time to think about it. Don't worry. No, doggy. Doggy's comment reminds me of those podcast bros who say the most brain dead stuff and then post it on shorts. I won't disagree. It was one of the reasons. It is one of the reasons I wanted. Look, I've always been a performer my whole life. I've been on stage, a musician. I sang this and on. But I like being myself, and I do like talking to people. Always have. And I thought, there's no need to be condescending from my perspective, right? And I wouldn't be, because it's other people that are doing their stuff. They're trying their best, or I guess they're trying their best. I'm not gonna, and the one thing when I was a songwriter, and this is really important. This is a really important life lesson. Hey, Zara, can you stop cutting the vegetables and just listen for a sec? Zara, stop with the dinner for 1 second, okay? Your mom's going, who is this kid? Who is this punk? I'm 58 years old. I'm no punk. Okay. I'm probably older than your mother, Zara. What I learned as a musician, and I was writing songs, when you're young and you're writing songs as a musician, you tend to write like your favorite artists because you want to be them and sound like them. And you ultimately, hopefully you get to that one day. If you look, let's say Bono, U2, back when Bono was freaking uber cool, right? The last thing you want to do is sound like Bono. Because if it's a choice between you and Bono, everyone's going to pick Bono, right? You got to sound like yourself. And that's what every great musician, band, doesn't matter whether it's rock, jazz, whatever it is. Each great personality and musician sounds like themselves. Their voice is like from Sting to what's his name from Foreigner, back in those days, Journey, Bruce Springsteen, all the way to modern times, right? And even before that. And because everything in music, look, everyone's got the same keys, right? There's 8 notes in an octave. There's and basically it's the first, 4th, and 5th are your major chords, right? Literally 80% of every song is your 1st, 4th, and 5th. Any musicians out there, if you're a guitar player, keyboardist, the keyboardist will say, let's play the key of C, because then I know I just have to hit the white keys, right? I just need to hit the white keys. Key of C, please. Well, we're playing this in the key of E. Well, let's move it to the key of C, because then there's no black keys. Because those really fuck me up, those sharps and flats. I don't like sharps and flats. And then you got your minor 2nd, your minor 3rd, your minor 6th, and of course no one plays the 7th. No, augmented 7th or whatever the hell it's called. Everyone gets the same notes. And you got your sus, you got all your different your variations, right? But you basically have 8 notes in a major scale. Minor, all that same kind of stuff. But in everything that you do in life, you need to be yourself, right? That's the important thing. People want to discover who you are. And I think sometimes we tend to minimize the value that we might bring in being ourselves, our own personality. And that's wrong. That is your asset, who you are. Don't be sarcastic in life. I'm 58 years old. Have I learned shit in life? Yeah. Sarcasm is the easiest way to lose all friends. It's not the lowest form of wit. It is dim-wit wit. It's stupid wit. Because when you come along, you enter the house and you're the sarcastic guy, you're like, oh, fuck, there he is again. He has had nothing good to say. You know what's hard? You know what's really hard in life? Saying nice stuff to people that you mean. That's what's hard. That's the hard shit. Not being a sarcastic asshole that everyone hates. If you think you're the funny sarcastic one, I guarantee you, everyone hates you. You're the see you next Tuesday. If anything I learned in life, anger. What does anger achieve? Nothing. Zero. Doesn't matter if you're Chuck Norris, the toughest guy or girl in the world or whoever you are, anger will always produce negative results. Don't get angry. Walk away. Smile. If I had kids, this is what I would teach them. This is what I would tell them. This is basic life stuff. These simple things will take you farther in life. You know, you see somebody and you notice them one day and you're like, oh shit, look at that. They have whatever it is that impresses you. That tell them. You know what I used to do in bars? I used to be pretty good at bars when I was, so I'd be in bars. And if there's a girl that I liked, I would go to her eventually at some point in time, and then I would tell her a compliment, like something real, something genuine, right, that I felt about. I just wanted to let you know, I'm standing over there, and I looked over, I was like, oh my God. I mean, you have your eyes are like so like vibrant. It's like your eyes project everything. I just had to tell you. And that's, I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't want to bug you guys. I don't want to, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just had to tell you that. And then the rest of the night, you know what you do? You ignore her. You ignore her. That's because what that says, I mean, it's a game, right? It's a game. What that says is, okay, this guy came over here, tells me. Usually it's a pickup line, right? But you got to play the opposite. You got to play the psychology game. You're like, this guy comes, what's his problem? He comes over here, gives me this compliment. He's kind of a nice guy. I think he's a nice guy. He's kind of cute, kind of maybe. I mean, enough. If I have enough drinks, he's cute. And he comes over, gives me, he freaking ignores me this whole time now? It's got his back to me? Which guy? The guy over there with the back to me. Fuck, it drives women crazy. Seriously, I have met so many girls that way. And if you don't meet them that night, you'll meet them in another night, and you're like, oh, there's that guy. You don't make a big fuss. You're not the first one to say hi. You're the guy that kind of like, and then you kind of like, you got to bump to me. That's, there's a psychology to it. Zara, you're an attractive female. You know this stuff, right? Or you're cooking dinner, right? There she is. No, he was a still. Okay. I got ahead. I got ahead of all the comments. But anyway, that's life. How do we better our lives? That's really the question at the end of the day. We put things into our lives to better ourselves. We put things into our life to become happier. We don't put stuff into our life to become less happy. So what do we got to do on a daily basis, on a instinctual level, on a habitual level, to try and get the best stuff going on in our lives? I don't know if there's any simple answer to that, but it might start with a little bit of red wine. A little bit of red wine. But anyway, don't be the sarcastic see you next Tuesday. If you are, look, everyone hates you. Everyone hates you. Where are we here? I need a shtick. That's where we're somewhere around there, right? The doggy's comment reminds me of those podcast bros. Oh yeah, we did that. Yeah. I want to see the movie where they drop Chuck Norris like a freaking Predator missile. He's 85. He's still walking, still walking mountains. Death had a near Chuck Norris experience once. I know that one. That was in my list. I got a list of like 500 of them. I think that one came up today. Zara, we got the little fox and the little monkey. A little winky poos. I wonder where Chuck Norris jokes started. They started I remember them back in like the mid 2000s, early 2000s. There is a reason why. Okay, well, I mean, we do have the internet literally at our fingertips. How tough is Chuck Norris memes start? And of course, I go to the authority, Gemini. It's thinking, it's searching. Chuck Norris facts, memes. Well, you know what? It's not really sharing if you don't really share, right? Okay, so we do. Okay, how did that change? Why does that always change? God, it drives me crazy. Okay, so there we go. Let's take this off. Where did they start, you ask? I'm going to try and increase the size. One thing I noticed, it really is important to watch your own shows, because then you realize, like, on both formats. So I did that today on both formats, and I realized on the mobile side is that I need to make this bigger. I'm not sure how big I can. I might be too big. Is that too big? It's actually too big for me because I can't barely read it. So anyway, I think that works, right? Yeah, that's good. Oh yeah. So the Chuck Norris facts memes, which attribute absurdly hyperbolic feats of toughness to the martial artist. Excuse me? Primarily originated in early 2005 on the Something Awful internet forums. Timeline of origin: the Vin Diesel precursor. The trend actually began with jokes about Vin Diesel sparked by forum discussions regarding his 2005 film, The Pacifier. Users on that Something Awful forums created a Vin Diesel fact generator to host these one-liners. The switch to Chuck Norris. After a few months, the community held a poll to choose a new subject for the jokes. Chuck Norris won, leading high school senior, now tech entrepreneur Ian Spector, to launch a dedicated Chuck Norris fact generator. Media influence: the meme was further fueled by Conan O'Brien, who frequently featured a Walker Texas Ranger lever on Late Night with Conan O'Brien, playing camping over-the-top clips of Chuck Norris that reinforced his invincible image. See, I mean, these jokes typically, this is pop culture. This is like literally the meat and potatoes of pop culture. These jokes typically followed a format of exaggerating his strength to impossible godlike levels. No, it was basically just getting him just right, if you ask me. Chuck Norris can divide by zero. Yeah, he can. When the boogeyman goes to sleep every night, he checks his closet for Chuck Norris. Of course he does. Chuck Norris once counted to infinity twice. We've been through it today. While the internet meme solidified in 2005, many claim the culture of Chuck Norris toughness existed earlier. Well, I guess theoretically it did. I mean, because I followed Chuck for a long time, but not in this form. But the 1980s and 1990s, school children often debated who would win in fights between Norris and other icons like Bruce Lee or Hulk Hogan. In a real fight, one-on-one, Chuck Norris would probably obliterate Hulk Hogan. Absolutely massacre him. Believe me, any MMA fighter would obliterate Hulk Hogan at his prime in seconds. Military culture. Some reports suggest Chuck truths were told as early as the 1990s Gulf War among U.S. Marines, often appearing as a graffiti in portable toilets. That's where all good shit happens, right? That's if you're on the bathroom wall, yeah. See, this is why I love chat questions, because we're able to jump in there and learn about, like, so basically what it is. Hail Chuck Norris. Ode to Chuck Norris. It's a confluence of factors. It's a little bit of everything, but there is a spark. It's just like anything. How does fire start? Well, you got a little bit of this, heat starts, things rub together, come that, you got some ignitable things together, and boom, the spark hits, poof, and off it goes, right? I think that, like anything, there's specific reasons why these things start, and I think all of those things kind of come together. So, oh, geez, you guys. Okay. Oh, I like the cat. I think that was in the. He ripped off his own beard and grew it back in a millisecond. Yeah, you can't rip off Chuck's beard. I mean, impossible. My friend Ed loved. What do you mean loved? Past tense. Zara, are you finished cooking dinner yet? You and your mom? What are you cooking? I miss his goofy ass. Chuck Norris, he's still around. How can you miss him? He's still around. I know he's not in the limelight. So sad Ed turned into a zombie. At least he lives in Sean's shed. No, he was a stoner. Well, you guys are like, Avi Loeb merch. Oh, shit. Tropic Thunder, my second favorite movie. Second? Oh, look, that's my favorite comedy, I think. Tropic Thunder is... Yeah, Tropic Thunder. I think that's my favorite comedy. What will be your first favorite comedy? If it's not Tropic Thunder, what's your favorite comedy? I got some comedy. I got some comedy to play. His name is Dan Farah. Dan Farah from Age of Disclosure. You guys want to see comedy? I got comedy. You want to see some of the funniest alien stuff ever? I wasn't planning. I was thinking about, okay, tomorrow night, guys, Friday show. Friday shows are kind of like me. There is a Friday show tomorrow. I'm going live tomorrow. It's Friday. It's a freaking Friday. Sit back, relax, chill, and just do nothing. Cook. Put your feet up. Have a pizza. Have a beer. Have a vodka cranberry for all I care. Wine. I don't want to work. I want to bang on my drum all day. You already got one. Don't have the context. Like that guy who wears a toilet seat. You said toilet, so I got to drink every time. Live stream, it just makes what? There's a guy who wears a toilet seat live stream and just makes weird noises. Are you serious? That's content? Oh, wait a sec. I got to put that up, I guess, so people can see what I'm reading. Zara fesses up what she made: fried chicken, steamed. I love Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts, steamed carrots, and homemade mashed potatoes. I'm in. Where do I go to? I think I go to Florida. Where are you? Somewhere. I forgot where you were. What state? It's a long flight. Smoke on the water. Christian Bridges. Hey, Christian. You still in the chat? We got strawberries and a big smiley face with stars in the eyes, Christian. Happy Thursday, Christian. Super Toot. Soft dude. You calling me soft? You calling me soft? Some people tell me once in a while, every so often, I kind of look like Chuck Norris. I mean, I was a kickboxer for 8 years. I kickboxed for 8 years. I was in the ring. I threw down. I got hit. I got smacked out. It's not fun ever getting hit. It's never fun getting hit in the face, ever. Although there are people you get into the ring with. It's interesting because, like, no one really knows. Like, until you get into the ring and start, really fighting. Like, there's some people you think, holy fuck, this dude's gonna fucking kick my ass. And he starts swinging and he hits you like, wait a sec. Was that all you got? Because I'm about to kick your ass if that's all you got. Yeah, seriously. Knowing how to punch like really hard, so that you hurt somebody. You got to get over this human element that you don't want to hurt somebody. There's actually this human instinctual thing where you don't want to hurt somebody. Braveheart was angry. I love Braveheart. Braveheart is one of my favorite movies. I think, again, that, he won an Oscar, deservedly so, and that's where he peaked. It was just like Kevin Costner with Dances with Wolves. I think Dances with Wolves was a beautiful story. Beautiful story. George Washington was angry. Was he? Was he angry? Oh, fucking George. Patton was angry. Damn, Super Toot's giving us all the Mjolnir's in. Well, most of the rooms are stuck on the distraction of the week, media indoctrination. Yeah, I know, right? That's you got to stay away from that bullshit, right, Mjolnir? Like that's Disco Joe 8. Genghis Khan was happy, right? I know why you said that. Because 25% of every freaking human being on this planet shares DNA. You know how much sex that man had? Right, Disco? The man had so much sex. He was birthing babies till he was 90 or something. I don't know what it was. What is this? Let me find that out. Let's do that. What percentage of the human population has Genghis Khan's DNA? It's not 25%. 1 in 200 men carries a specific Y chromosome, lineage believed to be from Genghis Khan or his close male relatives, reflecting a massive genetic legacy that was born from the Mongol Empire. 1 in 200. That is insane. Genghis Khan fathered a lot of children. Mjolnir, yeah, it does. It drives women crazy. Women seek what they want to control. That is true. And men, they cannot control short circuits. Their feminine brain, they think they can fix him. My job? Your job makes you happy. It's never boring and it builds character. What is your job? Can I ask your job? What's your job? Is it your YouTube channel? Because you have a YouTube channel, right? There's not many YouTube channels that actually support people. My YouTube channel doesn't support me. It's a lot of work I got a lot of work to do still. I got a lot of work to do. But at the end of the day, you gotta, right? You just gotta keep doing what makes you happy. If you're doing good stuff, people ultimately respond, right? That's laughing my fucking ass off, Joe. Sinister. I'm gonna go now. Gotta watch The Ritual and The Ring for the first time. All right. You probably already left because it's 5:57 or it says it's 7:57. 7:57. 5. I don't even know what time. What time is StreamYard? I don't even know. Almost 8 o'clock. Zara, damn, in 2005, I was in middle school. Ooh. Really? So that would put you in your early 30s, right? I did the math quickly. Oh, wait. I was in high school. Mid-30s. That's fascinating, laughing my ass off. Conan is an asshole. Well, I mean, people would agree. If you want a litmus test, go check the writing on the current porta potties at job sites, and you'll see Trender, Raga, and MS-13 everywhere. Oh, you're in Phoenix. You're in Phoenix. Where are you, Mjolnir? Were you in Phoenix? No, not Phoenix. You're in Arizona, but not in Phoenix. My favorite comedy is Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story with John C. Reilly. Haven't seen it. I love Dumb and Dumber is good. The first one, right? The Dumb and Dumber first one is good. Is a good movie. Yeah, no, that is a good movie. Yeah, man. Some of the live streams with 1K viewers are brain rot. I don't get it. But they've been doing it a long time, and that's the only way. There's the only way you do it is by doing it a long time, and you just got to stick with it. It is so. Sometimes it is so. Anyone that does YouTube knows it is so draining. But then you look at some people, they do a few videos and they explode. But remember, these are the people that hit it hard and they fall off hard too. It's about creating something that's worthwhile for other people. And, but yeah, I know what you mean, doggy. I know. Paula, 1966. Hello, I have a question for you. I can't throw a punch to save my life, Zara. Don't. There's no benefit in violence unless you're getting into the ring for sport. Don't. You know what? A hug and a kiss and a smile. If someone's being mean to you, just smile and walk away. Right? That's the best advice. Paula, if you like Star Wars, do you think Keanu Reeves would play a great Darth Revan? No, I don't. From Knights of the Old Republic, I don't. No, I don't. And why that is, Keanu Reeves is such a recognizable face. He's such a recognizable. I would never put Keanu into a well-known or even half well-known character, because the clash between Keanu Reeves being such a powerful face, and he's only acting. He's a good actor only in some things. Like, he's not a great actor. He's only a good actor in some things. And I love Keanu. I love Keanu. I think like movies like literally it's like the John Wick stuff where he takes a character, a great character, and he magnifies it through his aura that he's created through Matrix and now through John Wick. Right? He has, so I don't think that's why Tom Cruise, Leonardo DiCaprio, these great actors, they will not step into specific character roles. I mean, if they offered the role of Aragorn to Tom Cruise, he would never take it. He doesn't want to be an Avenger. He wants to create his own. Same with Leonardo DiCaprio, right? These are actual, real actors. I don't know if that's not the right way to say it. I don't think so. Do you think, Paula? Do you think he would? Ew. Send me some of that fried chicken, Brussels sprouts, carrots, and potatoes. That's what I want. Some of them. I want some of your dinner. Thank your mother for me, even though I won't have any of your dinner. Thank your mother. That's so kind for mom to come over. Mom and daughter to hang out at nighttime. That's the good shit. Like, it is. That is the good shit. Yikes. Hey, doggy, dude, you ever hear about that lady who had 69 kids? Is that even mathematically possible? The woman, oh shit. All right. We'll get into this. We'll do this. This is insane. This is the great thing. See, this is the thing about being a live show is so many people will throw stuff at you, and there's no way that you can know everything that is being. There's just no way. So you need to use. Anyway, so did I put that up there? I did, right? Okay. So let me make that a little bit bigger. And I knew that was going to happen. Sorry, it's my fault. Can I get rid of that? Okay, yes, I can. Okay, so the woman known for having six, what? It's not even possible. Valentina Vasilyevna, an 18th century Russian peasant woman who, with her husband, Fyodor Vasilyev, reportedly had 27 pregnancies, resulting in oh my God, 16 pairs of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets, with 67 surviving infancy. setting up a Guinness World Record for the most children born to a single mother, though historians question extreme medical plausibility. If a woman goes through anything like that, I mean, the time period makes you kind of question it, right? Valentina Vassiliev, often referred to as Miss Vasiliev, 1707 to 1782. So we are talking about 240 years ago. Well, since the time of her death. I mean, that's 27 pregnancies, including 16 sets of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets. 67 of 69 children survive. This video, there's the family photo. What? 2, 4, is that 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 24, 6, 28, 30. You know what? If you count the people, you will literally count about over 60. If that is a genuine photo, look, they're geez, guys, that is, I mean, that is. I think that's an actual photo, right? That is an actual photo of the 67. And if you count them, it's there. You're right, Doggy, you're right. That's crazy. Where are we here? I learned something every day. I do this show, and I literally, every single day, I learn something. Zara says, I'm very happy. Yeah, because you're chewing down on fried chicken, Brussels sprouts, carrots, and potatoes. Literally 4 of my favorite things. I was a freshman. Okay. A freshman. Okay. Okay. So early to mid 30s. Wait, are you Zara Kiri or something? Zara Kiri. Keanu Reeves was amazing on Constantine? Yes. Paula. Paula 1966. Maybe. I got to get ready for bed now. Bye, y'all. See you, Zara. Hope you enjoyed your fried chicken. Say hello to your mother. We'll see you Popeye and tomorrow night. We're doing a Friday show. We're going to do Friday. Doggy is cheering. You're still having some cranberry vodka, right? So you're having, right? So that's yeah. That was my red wine, the last of my red wine. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sirree. So, okay. I do love going on tangents. I think it's some of the best content when someone just whips something out in the comments and it seems interesting. And then everyone kind of gets like, right? We all get like a little tidbit, like this 67 children stuff. I had no idea. I would have thought, had I, and this is why you gotta Google it. That's why you gotta Gemini it. It sounds impossible. The math doesn't work, right? But unless you actually, you got to look into it. And this is a great thing about being able to, kind of being on the spot, looking into stuff that just like, what? Oh, there is some news. Oh, geez. Do I save this for tomorrow? I'm going to say, okay, there's some news, space news. There's some space news. I'm going to save it for tomorrow night. We're going to have a great show tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's going to be a little bit more, well, it's always, Friday's always relaxed. There's no pressure. There's no pressure. Half the show is me doing this. It's half the show. Right there. Okay. So, sometimes, yeah. I had some other stuff. You know what? I'm gonna say there's some. So I'm gonna push some of this stuff into. So I had some Stranger Things lined up. There's some things on Stranger Things that I was going to discuss. I even had so on Stranger Things, even like you guys know Dungeons and Dragons. The monster manual, right? So there's some things in Dungeons and Dragons, and of course that deals with Stranger Things that setting the record straight. I'm setting the record straight, and of course, deities and demigods, of course. So, well, we're gonna do that tomorrow night, Friday show. I do like Fridays, and I might even shoot for being a little tipsy tomorrow night. I might even shoot for that. I might.
Fuck you.
I might.
Fuck me.
Yeah, I might even try for that. I might be going for it. Just slightly tipsy. I don't know what is that. 2 glasses of wine. It's slightly tipsy. Slightly tipsy is 2 glasses of wine, right? It's Friday. I don't want to work. I want to bang on my drum all day. So if we go to, what can we? So that I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Okay. So do Geeks and Gamers, yeah, or this one? I don't know. Shit. I'll do Geeks and Gamers. A lot of people don't like Geeks and Gamers, but it's actually not. They're not too bad of an outfit. It's the Kathleen Kennedy thing. Oh God, advertising. There we go. Can we read that? I think we can read that, right? We're big enough. There we go. That'll work. That will work. Vera Rubin Observatory discovers fastest spinning asteroid ever, and it's huge. Okay, well, we may have to look at that tomorrow. That's an interesting piece. So I don't know about you guys. So when it comes to Star Wars, just put that big front and center. So when it comes to Star Wars, I don't want to work. I want to bang. I better fix that. I have always been of the opinion, and I think a lot of other people have, just being a screenwriter, I've written a lot of screenplays. I've been in Hollywood for 20 years, Los Angeles for 20 years. There is a lot of truth to the absolute if you were a Star Wars fan in the 90s and the 80s, you know the utter destruction that Star Wars has gone through. Utter destruction. Completely mismanaged the fan base. It's almost like literally they did not care. You buy a franchise, you are buying an installed fan base. That's what you're buying. They've never cared about the lore, about the canon, about the continuity of the canon. My first thing, so if I was at Disney and I was in charge of Lucasfilm when I came on board, my first thing would be, okay, you know what? We got to take the canon. We got to take everything that is and plot it out. It's got to be consistent. It's got to make sense. And it's got to be dramatic in every way. And it's got to, but what they did is they just created content and just blasted it out there. Kathleen Kennedy is an absolute train wreck. You fail upwards, especially in Disney. You fail upwards. And the fact that now Kathleen Kennedy is reportedly done at Lucasfilm, I'm not buying it. This has happened 2-3 times before. I'm not buying it. It's just like Bob Iger. He doesn't want to let go of the reins. Even when a new CEO comes in 2026, he's hanging out. He doesn't want to let go. They might even give him another 2 years on the CEO job. And he's done nothing except spend money. He hasn't created anything. He hasn't developed anything. Bob Iger, since his tenure began, has created nothing, no new properties except for buying Marvel, buying Star Wars, buying 20th Century Fox. That's it. Buying properties, putting the company into I think it's still 38 billion, almost 40 billion in debt. Profits have plummeted. 2019, their net profit was 11 or 12 billion on the year. It is now about 4 billion. I've always maintained that Disney will become, in 10 to 15 years, it will become an asset that gets sold off for its pieces, for its parts, because they're living in the 1960s. The era of the princess is over. You can maintain that sort of idea in the parks, the feel. You can maintain that kind of feel. But you turned away. You turned 2, 3, 400 million, 500 million people between Marvel and Star Wars into your enemy by being vicious and stupid with your IP. Stupid. What did you buy it for? The stupidest thing I've ever heard, and for any women out there, you have to take this with a grain of salt. No one ever said the Force is male. The Force is male. Whoever said that? Have you ever heard that? But the stupidity to come out and say the Force is female. The Force is female. When literally 80%, 84% of your audience is male. You don't need to say the Force is female. You don't. Just create great female characters. Just create great female characters. That's all you need to do. And now Kathleen Kennedy is leaving. And who's coming in? Dave Filoni? Ahsoka, the first season of Ahsoka was garbage. From a storytelling perspective, it was garbage. Okay, maybe not garbage. It was a C-. Okay, it was a C-. Ahsoka season 2. I mean, I'm looking forward to Ahsoka season 2. We'll see what happens with that. I will always give something a chance, but I don't think Dave Filoni has from the problem with science fiction. The problem with science fiction is that people are running the IPs that have no passion about science fiction. Gene Roddenberry, when he started Star Trek, had a passion for science fiction. George Lucas, when he started Star Wars, had a passion for science fiction. All of these great screenwriters that came up in the 70s and 80s were science fiction passionists. They were passionate about the genre. These people aren't. I don't see any hope. I don't see no hope. This Dave Filoni taking over Star Wars isn't going to result in except for maybe more bad stuff. Same people. Look, they've been here. What's the other gal? The other gal that's going to be co-CEO. She's been there since 1999. Wow, you've done a real good job helping steer the ship into the like nose first into the ground. Like good job. Good job, right? But anyway, that's my preamble. That's David Filoni and that's Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy is worth $300 million. She's got paid so much money to absolutely take a franchise and drive it into the ground. And you're gonna take you think the trilogy with Rey, the Rey Palpatine trilogy, you think that was a success with the amount of money you poured into it? You think that was a success? You left the entire franchise barren and rotten with nowhere to go. And so you got to do a Grogu movie just to try and, put a cute little creature in something and see if it's going to try and resurrect itself. You killed Han Solo in such a stupid way. Holy smokes, man. Didn't Harrison Ford have anything to say about that? Really going to kill me like this? You're going to kill this character? Like this? Not like this. Not like this. Matrix. Kathleen Kennedy may finally be on her way out at Lucasfilm. I'm not buying it 100%. And Dave Filoni appears to be next in line. That I'm buying. I'm buying that. This rumor has surfaced repeatedly over the years, only to be walked back, reframed, or outright denied. But this time is coming from a source with a track record of being early rather than wrong. Well, we'll see. According to Matthew Filoni of Puck, Disney is preparing to officially confirm that Kennedy is stepping down as president of Lucasfilm. In her place, Dave Filoni would be elevated to the top creative role. Oh, great. Oh, great. Because I love Ahsoka. I don't like being mean. I don't. It's not part of my wheelhouse, right? So, with longtime Lucasfilm executive Lin-Wen Brennan installed to oversee the business side of the company. That's advertising. So that's the acolyte gal. What's her name? Leslie Headland, Dave Filoni, and Lucasfilm Kathleen Kennedy. You fall upwards in that company. The more you fuck up, the bigger you get. Look, man, I fucked up. Bob, I fucked up the most in this company. I've lost this company the most money. I think I deserve to run Lucasfilm. I think I do. In the next week or two, Disney will finally confirm what we've all known for months. Kathleen Kennedy is indeed stepping down as Lucasfilm president, and Dave Filoni, currently the chief creative officer of Star Wars unit, will be elevated into the top job. Filoni has never really been a traditional executive, so they're giving him a partner in. You're making him one anyway. But he'll be the decider on the creative direction of the franchise and the film. Great. Because Ahsoka was such a great, and other platforms of the galaxy. That's the problem with Star Wars. It's such a shit show. There's no consistency in the canon. There's no understanding of tone and world building because it's all the same. What was the Acolyte song? Like the thing of the many. On the surface, this looks like a major shift. Kennedy exits, Filoni takes control, and Star Wars moves forward under new leadership. Kennedy isn't leaving, she's repositioning, though. One key detail often left out of the headlines is that Kennedy has never suggested she's done with Lucasfilm or Hollywood altogether. When Filoni first reported on her potential exit in February of last year, Kennedy responded with a defiant interview with Deadline, pushing back on the idea that she wasn't retiring at all. I am not retiring, she said at the time. I will never retire from movies. I will die making movies. I can't, boy, you've made so many good ones. Stepping down as president does not mean stepping away from influence, especially for someone with Kennedy's history. I don't think there's as many people that will want to work with her that they would suggest. I don't think there is. Her track record is not good. Relationships and producing power inside Disney. Remaining as a producer still allows for significant creative sway behind the scenes. But of course, she still has the contacts. She has a lot of powerful contacts. Dave Filoni's reputation is no longer bulletproof. For years, Dave Filoni was viewed by many fans as the natural heir to George Lucas, the creative steward who truly got Star Wars. That perception has changed. While Filoni's work on the Clone Wars, Rebels, and early seasons of Mandalorian earned widespread praise, his more recent output has drawn heavy criticism. His vocal defense of The Acolyte, you can't defend that. The Acolyte was one of the worst TV ever created at $350 million. Maybe it's probably more like $400 million. Ooh. Combined with a divisive reception of Ahsoka and The Mandalorian Season 3 has dulled much of that goodwill. Even Andor, often cited as the high watermark of the modern Star Wars, reportedly operated outside of Filoni's day-to-day creative oversight, and that is true, it did. With Tony Gilroy given broad autonomy to sidestep Filoni's creative oversight through a direct line to Kennedy. So while Filoni may represent change in the name, many fans now question whether he represents change in substance. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. Hopefully everyone saw the episode of South Park. Put a chicken in and make her gay. Enter Lin-Wen Brennan Another wrinkle in the story is the inclusion of Lin-Manuel Brennan. As recently as last year, report suggests Filoni would share leadership responsibility with Carrie Beck. That plan appears off the table. Instead, Disney seems to be adopting a Walt and Roy style structure, with Filoni as the creative face and Brennan as the operational and financial authority. It's an implicit admission that Lucasfilm's problems haven't just been creative, they've been managerial and financial as well. Oh, yes, they have. Ballooning budgets, inconsistent output, and questionable ROI have plagued the studio for years. The Acolyte reportedly cost over $300 million. 2 seasons at Andor reached $500 million. And The Rise of Skywalker revealed to cost $600 million. A bona fide losing money venture. Anyway, it goes on. Well, the biggest takeaway from the Kennedy-Filoni transition is this: Lucasfilm is changing leadership structure, not philosophy. When you keep the same people in place that have been there for years, you're not changing anything. Star Wars is going to be the same stuff. Fan eroding stuff. Princess Disney-fied kind of stuff. Except for a very few shows. Ahsoka season 2, if it's anything like Ahsoka season 1, it's only going to make for great content for reviewers on YouTube. That's all it's going to do. So Disney isn't tearing Lucasfilm down, it's rearranging the board. That's all it's doing. Star Wars is just a little rearrangement. And that distinction may matter more than any headline. Nothing is changing. So if you're a Star Wars fan and you don't like what's happened since George has sold it, look, this is not going to change. I would have as a person who actually saw the first Star Wars in the theaters. I'm old enough to have seen the movies in the theaters. Look, even as a science guy, like science fiction is so important to science because it is part of the wheelhouse that creates ideas, inspires. Any science fiction fan is enamored by the idea of early Star Trek, early Star Wars, Space 1999, all that stuff that came, Dune, all the stuff that came at us in the 60s, 70s, and 80s is now just all being butchered by hack people that are not science fiction fans. These people are not science fiction fans. Their desire, their passion lies elsewhere. They're just using these amazing franchises as vehicles to exert other ideas, other opinions, other forms of expression that have nothing to do with science fiction. You could argue with me on the point. You might like it. That's fine. It's opinion. You can't, you're not going to sit there and argue opinion. Ad block. Yeah. I never thought about that. I never thought about that, doggy. The South Park episode about Kennedy was awesome. It was classic. Rest in peace, Star Wars. It is. Rest in peace. Oh my God. It's so bad. It's so bad. I do not attack a piece of film or TV or anything else other than for the content or the spirit or the writing or the look. I even with Marvel, I'm not a comic book guy. I don't care if it matches the comic books. I care less. I could care less. I'm not a comic. I know there's comic book people out there that are passionate. The comic book. That's fine. You think that. I don't. I just need a great story. Anyone going to the theater, all they want is a great story. We just want great movies, great stories. We don't care if it matches the comic books. We don't. Don't give a shit. There's a percentage that do. It's a small percentage. It is a vocal percentage, and it's an important percentage. If there's any base of the fans, it is the comic book people. It is. Not going to argue that. I'm not. These people are what makes, the very fulcrum of, but if you got a Batman movie that doesn't follow canon based on the comics, but it's a kick-ass movie, that's cool, right? That's cool. That's fine. Just make it a great movie. Just make it a great movie. Make it so that the idea, like, it would be like turning Batman, like, imagine if Batman had a season 5, episode 7, he comes out as not liking girls. Okay, guys, sit down. Sit down. Aquaman, sit down. Wonder Woman, look, you don't turn me on, okay? I got a problem here. I don't like girls. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I don't like girls. I'm gay. Now, in some circles, that'll work, okay? In a very small part of the audience. Now, if I'm just marketing, trying to make money, I need to reach the biggest audience. Making Batman gay wouldn't reach the biggest part of the audience, right? It would reach a small part of the audience, and they would be, and a huge part of Hollywood would be so happy. Batman, what's up? Yes, sit down. I got a confession. I got a confession. I don't like girls. I don't like girls. What? I don't like girls, I said. You gonna cry now? Like Will, everyone else? You gonna cry? I don't like girls. Ad block takes a minute to install. It's just I will. I'm there, my friend. Yeah. No. Plus, Star Wars had a Princess Leia. I'll Leia. Leia. You mean like wait? Like that? I'll lay ya. Do you want me to lay ya? I'll lay ya. Male pig? Psh. Psh. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I don't know. Look, I have no one is good at this world. No one is good. Look, nobody is good at traversing the stuff that happens in this world. I'm a firm believer in everyone's right to exist. If everyone gets an opinion, and everyone's opinion is relevant. And if someone decides to attack that opinion, well, that just shows that the other person is. You can argue the opinion, but they will go and attack the person, right? They will attack the person because they're not smart enough. They don't have the mental capacity to form an argument to attack the opinion with any ferocity or validity. So they attack the person. Attack the person is easier than trying to argue a valid point or a valid opinion. Attack the person. Well, yeah, well, you're an asshole. Oh, well, that's part. You're smart. So, but anyway, that was basically the Star Wars stuff. I want to do a little bit of, sci-fi stuff today. And that was the Star Wars stuff. As a screenwriter and someone who's been in Los Angeles for 20 years, if Star Wars was part of your deep-seated fandoms that you really loved, or Star Trek or Marvel, I mean, DC, not so much. You've just had a lot of somewhat poor management. I don't think James Gunn is doing anything great. Well, I mean, we'll see with Supergirl. We'll see. You got to give him the benefit. Okay, you know what? We'll see. Movies are declining. The road down, right? I guess if we go this way. The road down, declining revenues is not stopping. The hemorrhaging is not stopping. Nobody knows. Science fiction and science fact has always had a great association between the two. If Netflix purchases Warner Brothers, it's not going to be good for the movie cinema business. It's going to be detrimental. Although you could argue if there's less supply into the theaters, That leaves it open for Universal, leaves it open for Paramount. Who's the other? Lionsgate. There's a few other studios out there that might open up the door for a few of those studios. If Warner Brothers, basically Netflix has a 17-day cinematic window. Yes. Put a chick in it and make her lame and gay. Well, yeah, that was Eric Cartman. Yeah, South Park very often has a way of nailing the idea, right? They do. It's harder to be creative as time goes on. It is. As a screenwriter myself, I know so many people that were in Hollywood, directors, everything from movies, commercials, everything. They're gone. They've left because there's nothing left. There's nothing left. There's some interviews with Mel Gibson on YouTube that are really well, and Mel Gibson puts it. You don't have to agree with his politics, but he has an opinion on the movie business that is. He is knee deep. I would have loved to have seen him come back as Mad Max. Oh, that would be a big deal. Seeing him come back as Mad Max. It'll never happen. I don't think it'll ever happen. But that is the way it goes. So I don't know what you guys think about Star Wars. I think it's just a declining franchise. It's going to keep declining. It's sad. But either someone's going to have to come in and make a whole new set of characters as compelling as the original, because the original ones are done, right? Han is dead. They're gone. Layla's dead. They're done. They're done. All of them. Someone's going to have to come in and create new characters, because the mishmash that is left, the minestrone soup that is left, that is called Star Wars, is just going to be another, what looks like to be just more hodgepodge of a whole bunch of like unassociated stories, no creative direction that creates a whole new set of characters it's just a hodgepodge. It's just minestrone. It's like, what's left in the fridge? Let's make soup out of it. Throw it in. Yeah, just throw it in. That's it. There's no creative force in the canon. There's no creative force that unifies everything that has happened in Star Wars over the years. It's it used to be inspiring. If you guys, Mel Gibson has balls. Yeah, he does. The guys, when you make as much money as he did, yeah, I guess you're kind of set up to be a little bit more of a, but there was a time where these franchises brought joy to us, right? And it still brings joy to some people. That's fine. But it used to bring joy to a lot more people, the diehards, right? The people that really, like, I went to go see Star Wars, the first Star Wars, in the theaters. I was there. I went to go see it. 1977 or 78. Don't remember what year. But I was 10 years old when I went to go see the Star Wars in the theater. And then, all of them. I saw all of them in the theaters. Back then, the theater ticket was like $3.50. You go buy popcorn, it was totally, you spend $5, $6. On a percentage basis, it wasn't as it is now. You have family of four is $200. But these franchises have been wiped out, destroyed for the majority of people who once saw these Star Trek, Star Wars, Marvel, DC. What else has been? I mean, those are the main ones that have been really crucified. They used to bring joy to so many people, and now it's a much smaller percentage of people, and they don't care as long as it's being Disneyfied, Princified. Like I say, I maintain 10 to 15 years, Disney will be sold off for its pieces. It is a dying brand. Princesses, the idea, that's a 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s idea. And it's slowly being eroded. They can't reinvent themselves. They can't rethink of anything. Bob Iger has been, look, he was a weatherman. He's just bought shit. He hasn't guided the company into a new sphere. He bought a couple of cruise ships. Okay, great. Whatever. You didn't change or make your intellectual property move forward. That's the problem. That's the problem. I saw the re-release of them in the 90s when they added 2 minutes to each film. Right? Yeah, and they remastered it. That was an event. Yeah, and they rejigged everything, right? Because they had the first, actually 3 came out to be episode 4, 5, 6. And then the prequel come out to be 1, 2, 3. So it's almost somewhat confusing. But it is, I mean, that is the way it is. It was a good You still having your vodka cranberry, doggy? You still having that? You still sipping on it? Sipping down on the vodka cranberry? I'm out of vino. Although I want to fall asleep somewhat earlier this evening. And it was fun trying to figure out what the 2 minutes were. Yeah. No. Yeah, I hear you. So tonight we're going to leave it at that for the show. We're going to be back tomorrow night, a Friday show here on Dimension Zero. Doggy, got some money in the football game. Which one? Which one are you betting on? Which game? Are you going for Aaron Rodgers? I'm going for Aaron Rodgers. I am. What was your, yeah, well, oh, are you a Pats fan? Oh, Miami. Miami's not even in, Miami's out. I'm on Miami, yeah. But the Dolphins, oh, are you talking about college ball? Yeah, you're a Pats fan. Yeah, I remember the college playoffs. Right. Yeah. I got you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Miami's always had a good team though. They've always had a, pretty, strong college team for sure. The Wolverines have been good this year, right? Michigan. They've been a strong team. I don't follow much college football. I do think that the NFL is going to be interesting this weekend. Very interesting. So, but that is it for today, my friends. I hope you have a great evening. We will be back tomorrow night. We're going to do a Friday show, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central. I am Danny Alex, and this is Dimension Zero. Doggy, you have a great night. Enjoy your vodka cranberry. Tomorrow night is Friday night, so we will enjoy ourselves tomorrow. Thank you, guys. We'll see you tomorrow evening, and have a great one. Cheers.
Do it live!